My brothers and sister always treated me like I didn't belong and made sure I wasn't part of their weddings. So when my own wedding came around, I didn't include them on the guest list. Their reaction left them completely speechless. My name is Emily, and I'm the youngest of 5 kids. My older siblings, Mike, Chris, Rachel, and Josh, were so much older that growing up, it honestly felt like we were from 2 separate generations. By the time I was old enough to remember anything, they were already leaving home, heading off to university, or starting their grown-up lives. I always felt like an accidental addition, someone they had to put up with rather than a real part of the group. Yet I idolized them. When you're the baby of the family, your big brothers and sister feel like gods. Little me thought Mike walked on water. He was the golden firstborn who could do no wrong in my eyes. Chris was quieter, more serious, but still someone I looked up to. Rachel was the big sister I prayed would one day pull me into her circle and show me how to be cool like her. Josh was the closest to me in age among the older ones, but even he kept me at arm's length. The first moment I truly understood I didn't rank very high in their world was Mike's wedding. I was 10. That painful in-between age where you feel grown up enough to be included, but everyone still treats you like a toddler. When Mike and Sarah decided on a no-kids wedding, I genuinely believed I'd be the exception. I wasn't some random noisy cousin. I was his little sister. I remember the day my parents called me into the living room. I was buzzing with excitement and had even asked Mom if I could wear one of her pretty necklaces. That's when they dropped the bomb. Mike and Sarah want an adults-only day, sweetheart. You'll stay home with a sitter. I just blinked at them. But I'm not like other children, I pleaded. I'll sit quietly, I promise. Mom gave me that sad little smile and stroked my hair like I was the dog. It's their rule, love. You'll understand when you're bigger. I didn't understand at all. I cried in my bedroom for hours. I wanted to watch Sarah in her dress, to feel part of something so important. Instead, I sat with a babysitter counting minutes on the clock. When Mike came back from the honeymoon, I waited for him to say he was sorry I wasn't there, or at least mention me. He never did. It was as if I had been erased from the entire event. 2 years later, Chris got engaged. I was 12 and convinced this time would be different. I was calmer, better behaved, never caused trouble. Surely now I counted. Another no-children wedding. Same excuse. Same gentle letdown from my parents. This time I swallowed the tears and nodded like a good girl. Mom tried to comfort me. One day you'll have your own perfect wedding. Her words felt empty. I was starting to see the pattern. To them I wasn't really their sister. I was just the kid. When Rachel announced her engagement, I was 15, a proper teenager dying to be treated like one. At first, she wanted everyone there, kids included. Then the relatives started. So nice to have a wedding without little ones running wild. Pressure built. Suddenly the rule became no one under 16. I was 15. 1 year short. It felt deliberate. I begged Rachel privately, please make an exception for me. I'm your sister. I won't embarrass you. She looked genuinely uncomfortable and said, if I let you come, I'll have to let the cousins come too. It wouldn't be fair. Fair? I exploded. None of you ever let me come. How is that fair? I got grounded for 6 months for disrespect. 6 whole months locked in my room, nursing a broken heart. By the time Josh got married, I was 17. I didn't even ask. I already knew. Child-free again. My cousin Amanda, barely older than me, got an invitation the moment she turned 18. I heard it through the family grapevine and felt the knife twist one final time. I sent Josh a short congratulations text and went back to my room. Numb. After that I gave up trying to force a place in their lives. I was tired, so incredibly tired, of being the unwanted tag-along. Years passed. I met Tyler, the first person who actually heard me when I talked about my family. When I told him I had been left out of every single sibling's wedding, his jaw dropped. They didn't invite their own sister? Not even at 15. He was furious on my behalf. That was the first time I realized how abnormal it really was. For separate weddings, for separate exclusions, and not one of them ever fought for me. So when Tyler and I got engaged, I knew exactly what kind of day I wanted, surrounded only by people who truly wanted to celebrate us. That meant my siblings weren't invited. No big speech, no angry letter, just their names quietly left off the list. I knew the fallout would come, but I was ready to face it. 2 months before the wedding, my mom rang, voice dripping with fake cheer. Everything going okay with the planning, darling? Fine, thanks. Only, your brothers and sister are wondering where their invitations are. Here we go. I sent the invitations out, Mom. A tiny pause. They never arrived. That's because I didn't send them any. Dead silence, then the outburst. Emily, how could you exclude your own family? They excluded me from every single one of theirs. I'm simply treating them the same way. That was different, she cried. You were a child. It still hurt. And nobody ever cared that it hurt. She went straight into guilt trip mode. Family sticks together. What will people say? You're being vindictive. I cut her off. This is my wedding, Mom. I'm inviting people who love me. They never showed me that love when it mattered. Conversation over. She hung up on me. That evening the family group chat lit up. Rachel, sweet as poison. Hey any chance our invites got lost in the post? Grinning face with wet. Chris, straight to the point. What's going on? Why are we not invited? I left them on read. Tyler saw the messages, wrapped his arms around me and said, you don't owe them an explanation. The next day my parents arrived unannounced. Mom marched in the second I opened the door. This is disgraceful, Emily. You're tearing the family apart over childish grudges. Dad added, let it go. It was years ago. I was the child, I said, voice shaking with years of stored anger. I begged to be included and every one of you let me sit home alone. For times. Don't lecture me about holding grudges. For once they had nothing to say. They left angry. Over the following weeks the messages turned ugly. Chris, selfish. Rachel, you're destroying the family. Josh, grow up. Emily, this is pathetic. I blocked them one by one. The wedding itself was perfect, intimate, joyful, overflowing with real love. I didn't look at the empty spaces where they would have sat and feel a single pang. I thought that would be the end of it. But my family can't stand being irrelevant. A week after the wedding, Rachel texted, clearly from a friend's phone since I'd blocked her, saw the garden photos. Very casual. Guess that's what you wanted. Pure venom wrapped in politeness. Then the extended family crawled out of the woodwork. Aunt Linda, cousins I hadn't spoken to in years, all suddenly concerned because my siblings were devastated. Another Sunday, another dramatic knock. Mum again, eyes red, voice trembling. You've gone too far, Emily. Your brothers and sister are heartbroken. Good, I said. Now they know how it feels. She gasped like I'd struck her. They love you. No, Mum. Love doesn't exclude a 10-year-old little sister and pretend it never happened. Love doesn't watch a 15-year-old cry and say rules are rules. I'm done performing gratitude for people who never showed me basic respect. Tyler stepped forward. It's time to leave. As she walked away, she threw back, you'll regret this one day. I really won't, I said, and shut the door. Chris's final text before I blocked him, Mum says you slammed the door in her face. Real classy. You're not the sister we raised. I blocked every last one of them, siblings, cousins, flying monkeys, the lot. The silence that followed was the most peaceful sound I'd ever heard. A month later, a message came from an unknown number. Rachel, again, you destroyed this family. Hope you're proud. I deleted it, smiled, and went to make dinner with my husband. Because for the first time in my entire life, I wasn't begging for love, I was living inside it. And that was everything.